Greetings, mutual mortals! I'm back after a bit of a break. Putting that Art Academy series review together really wore me out, and all the stuff that's currently going on in the world. But I think it was worth it. I see that pretty much my magnum opus now. Also, thanks everyone for the feedback regarding my voice. I'm going to keep it the way it is. I was actually thinking about replacing it with a Japanese speech synthesizer. But I didn't have to do that. It was very tricky to work with. I still don't like my own voice personally, but I'm glad you all think it's fine. I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things, so I'm gonna look at something a bit on the short side today. So I decided to review Steel Empire! The remake of it anyway. Steel Empire, aka Kotetsu Teikoku in Japan, and Empire of Steel in Europe, was a shoot 'em up with a steampunk aesthetic that released on the Sega Mega Drive/Genesis in 1992. From what info I could gather, the game seemed to be a moderate success both financially and critically. It was developed by a company called Hot B, who sadly went defunct the following year. It was published in North America and Europe by Flying Edge, a subdivision of Acclaim that's also defunct now. Yikes. But this wasn't the end, as the original developers came together to form a new studio called Starfish, and released a remake of Steel Empire for the Game Boy Advance in 2004. Then, 10 years later, we got another remake, this time for the 3DS, and released only on the eShop. But interestingly enough, Starfish Inc. didn't make this port. Instead, it was developed by another company called Mebius, and no, not that Mebius. I think Starfish was the publisher for the Japanese release though. I wish I could tell you more about Mebius, but I couldn't find much info on them other than some of the games they worked on. Again, this 3DS version is what I'll be looking at for this review. There's also a port of this version that came out on PC via Steam around 2 years ago, which is nice to want to play it and don't own a 3DS. But I don't have much to say about that port because, well, I don't own it. Here's a brief rundown on Steel Empire's story, which takes place in the 1800s, explaining the steampunk aesthetic I guess. A group by the name of the Motorhead Empire has been starting wars against other countries. It's up to you, a part of a group called the Republic of Silverhead, to stop them, with the help of new technology created from something called Imamio Thunder. There's a few small twists and turns that the story takes, but I guess I'll let you to find those out on your own. If spoiling an 18-year-old shmup that doesn't have that great of a story is even possible, but Alright, now to get to good stuff. Here's how this game plays. It's a shmup, but not a vertical scrolling shmup like Chorin Shah 68K. This is a horizontal scrolling one. Trust me, it makes all the difference when describing these things. There are 2 different ships you can choose before each stage, the Itopirika and the Zeppelion. The Itopirika is good with both air and ground combat and is the faster of the 2. The Zeppelion is only good with air combat and is slow, but can take more hits than the Itopirika can. Personally I like the Zeppelion more, since I like to prioritize defense, but the Itopirika is great for people who do the opposite. Here are the controls. You move with the D-pad or the circle pad, fire forwards with A, fire backwards with Y, and use bombs with B. If this control scheme doesn't sound too great to you, don't fret, because you can change it in the options menu. Gunning down certain enemies will have them drop power-ups. Let's go over what each of them do. P power-ups strengthen your shots when you collect 3 of them. B power-ups give you an extra bomb. O power-ups summon options that improve your attacking range. Dollar sign power-ups give you more points. Heart power-ups restore your health. And 1-up power-ups give you an extra ship. All of these are helpful in their own way, so try to pass them up. There are 7 stages in total, and the game has around an hour of runtime. It's also not too challenging, so casual players might be able to breeze through this one. Though if you're looking for more of a challenge, this game has multiple difficulties. Just keep in mind you won't be able to fight the final boss if you play on easy mode. Visually, the game looks very nice. The sprite work for the ships is great, and the scenery plus backgrounds are very well done too. Also, the steampunk aesthetic does make it stand out from other games in the genre. What I find interesting is that sprites weren't used for the explosions and some attacks. I'm not sure why, but I don't have an issue with it. If anything, it makes them stand out more from everything else. This game also has 3D support. I don't really use the 3DS's 3D too often though, because I have astigmatism, and the 3D doesn't work correctly with my eyes. For most games and scenes, mind you. I tried it out for a little bit for this game, and it looked great. I can't show you obviously, but it really does add a layer of depth to the visuals. You'll see ships get closer to the background as they're shot down and other neat details like that. The soundtrack for this game is freaking fantastic. It's upbeat, catchy, and gives off a sense of tension. 3 composers did the original game score, but the music for this version was recomposed by Katsutoshi Hasegawa, and they did an awesome job in these CD quality compositions. My favorite track, without a doubt, has to be the one that plays during the first section of Stage 6. I think this has to be one of the most underrated shmup stage themes ever. Overall, this 2014 version of Steel Empire is a great remake and a decent play it safe sort of shmup. It isn't anything that will blow you away or something that all shmup fans must experience, but it's a pretty fun time, and sometimes that's all a game really needs to be. So if you're interested in what you see, pick it up! You can purchase the 3DS version on the eShop, and that PC version on Steam is also an option too. The Steam version is also a bit cheaper than the 3DS version, so if you want to save some money, there you go. If you'd like to buy the original Sega version and see where it all started, eBay's got your back. It doesn't seem to be too expensive from the prices I've seen. As for the GBA version, good luck trying to find that one for cheap. Huh? Someone's at the door? But I thought nobody would visit this place. I better go check out who that is. I better change it to my more disguise first though.
Hello there! I've got a package here for Angelos the Angel Gamer. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Great! Just sign here, please. Here you go. Have a great day.
What is in this box anyways? I don't remember ordering anything. Whoa! It's full of gaming stuff! What are these games? Scourge Hive? Never heard of this one. But why were these sent here? Is this a care package from the angels on the higher plane? No, it can't be. They usually inform me about this kind of stuff first. Of course they're not, you naive angel. Huh? Someone's in here? Yes, I snuck away while you weren't looking. Sorry if I'm invading your personal space. Then, where are you? Are you deaf? Can't you hear that I'm right behind you? Ah! A demon! Would you be quiet? Are you trying to bust the both of us? If a mortal sees us, we're both dead meat. You realize that, right? Jeez, what is wrong with you? Oh, I'm sorry. But why are you even here? I bet you were trying to hunt me down, weren't you? Huh? I've heard of your kind. Look, man, I may be a demon, but I didn't exactly choose to be one, okay? I'm not here because I want to hurt you or something. For real? Aye. Tell me, you own this house, right? Yeah. Well, technically it's my older sister's place, but she let me have it. I see. Why do you ask? Oh, no reason at all. By the by, all that gaming stuff you received in that package? That was stuff I used to use. You look like you could use them more than I do. Oh, so this was all from you. Uh-huh. If you don't mind, I'll be taking my leave now. Huh? Why? I'll be honest. The only reason why I'm here on the mortal plane is because I struck a deal with the head honcho of hell. They said they'll let me stay here if I could get my life together. Owning a home, working a job, that kind of stuff. But they said if I couldn't, they'd take me back. So, I've gotta go work and all that. See ya, Angel Gamer. Wait! It doesn't have to be this way! Hmm? What are you saying? By the look of your belongings, and your vest, you're someone who loves video games too, don't you? Yeah, but video games aren't really going to help me with my future, are they? Nonsense! Your future is right here! What? You could live with me, and your job could be reviewing games and showing them to the world! Well, that's what my dream is anyway. Do you want to help me achieve it? Yeah, alright. Sounds easier than looking for a job in this mess of society. Awesome! Reviewing games will be much more fun with a buddy by my side. What's your name, by the way? You never told me what it was. Oh, right. My name is No. I'm Darius T. Rival, but you can just call me Darius. Nice! Well then, Darius, our future review games starts now.